In this section, we're going to continue working on the index.js file. We're going to focus on creating a React component. Before we do that, however, I want to very quickly tell you about exactly what a React component is. All right, so quick diagram. A React component is a function or a class. Back on CodePen with that quick example we did a while ago, you saw an example of a class-based component. But we can also create them as a function. The purpose of a component that is either a function or a class is to produce HTML handlers. We'll talk about this other step right here, handling feedback, a little bit later on. Right now, our focus is just on showing content to the user and using some amount of JSX. So let's now flip back over to our index.js file. And underneath this comment, we're going to create a new function component. So I'm going to say const app is equal to a function. And inside of here, inside of the function component, we return a little bit of JSX right here. So now that we've got a function-based component put together, we're going to take that React component and we're going to show it on the screen in our browser. So to do so, I'm going to add a little bit more code down here at the bottom. I'm going to say React DOM. Remember, DOM has capital D-O-M dot render. And then I'm going to open up a function call and I'm going to expand it like so, just to give myself a little bit more space to type. For the first argument, I'm going to take that app component that we just created and I'm going to put it into JSX tags, or essentially what looks like HTML tags. So I'll put in app like so. I'll then put a comma for my second argument. And the second argument is going to be a reference to a DOM element that already exists inside of our HTML file. And you might pause right there and say, Stephen, wait, what? HTML file? What HTML file? Well, we haven't really spoken about it just yet, but you'll notice that inside that public directory, we have a index.html file. Right now, anytime that someone goes to localhost 3000, they get sent this HTML file right here. Inside of this HTML file, you can scroll down to the body. And inside the body, you'll see that there is a div with an ID of root. To do so, I'm going to write out document.querySelector. And I'll pass it a string with #root like so. So that call right there is going to get a reference to that div with an ID of root. This is a built-in native function that is available in all browsers. So we don't have to import anything or do anything like that in order to use it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That is the 3 steps. There. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's how we get some content to appear on the screen. We import React and React DOM, we create a React component, and then we take that component and show it on the screen using the React DOM library. So now that we've got a little scaffold here, we're going to take a pause, come back to the next section, and start to learn a lot more about JSX and how we interact with it. So quick pause, and I'll see you in just a minute.